right, Pilates loving people, let's get this routine started. I put mine on 2 springs for this assisted arm crunch we are starting with, but you can play around with the spring load. I will just be here to suggest what I do, but again, it is your practice. Do whatever you need. You're going to grab those arm straps. Your knees are going to be right over your hips. Toes are pointed, and you're just going to take your arms nice and slow and straight to your side and then all the way back up right in front of those shoulders. Don't let them go past your shoulders towards your head. Stop them, keep the tension, and nice and slow. Taking those deep breaths with your movement as well here. All the way up, pulling that belly button straight to the floor. There should be no light shining through that lower back and your carriage. In just a few seconds, we are going to hold it and just take those arms out and in, keeping that lower back pressed against your carriage the whole time. All right, we're going to start taking it back to that movement, but this time adding in our legs. Those arms are going to slowly start lifting up towards your shoulders in 3, 2, and 1. Lift them up, and then as your hands go by your side, your legs are going to go out straight. When they lift back up to your shoulders, you're going to bend those knees in, stopping your knees right over those hips. Inner thighs are squeezing, toes are pointed here. Lower back pressing deep into that carriage. Remember to breathe. I know I fall victim of holding my breath as well. Good, you guys. We're going to start adding in some obliques here. Big scissor kicking our legs. Once one leg goes up, you're going to take both arms, pressing them next to each leg, alternating right here. Don't let that upper or lower back lift here. Press it deep and twist. We are almost done with our ab series for our warm-up. In just a few seconds, those arms are going to freeze over your shoulders, your legs are going to come together, and we're going to drop them down and up. In 3 and 2, meet me at the top in 1. All right. Hold those arms still, drop those legs nice and slow. If you feel that lower back start to arch, don't take those legs as far down. Now, if the arms straight above your shoulders are too difficult, go ahead and put those hands under your booty or just lay them right next to your side. You can always drop those straps as well. All right, heading into our leg series, we are starting off with 1 spring, you guys, or no springs if you are more advanced. We have that floor lunge. That left leg is going to come to the outside of your reformer, and your right foot is going to be on your carriage. Making sure those hips are square to the front of your reformer or the wall in front of you. Back leg, 2 options here. You can keep it nice and straight, or if you have really tight hip flexors, you can also give a slight bend in that right knee. Always remember, the slower you go, the better the workout, you guys. So nice and slow here. If you want a little more challenge, you can take those arms straight up towards the ceiling, biceps by your ears. Now, as you're bending down, make sure that knee stays right over your ankle, pushing that booty behind you, not just straight down. If you can even go slower than me, that would be amazing. Or just take it at your own pace. We have that static hold here. Hold it down. Arms can come up or stay in prayer. Try and avoid having those hands on your hips though. Hold it nice and slow. We're going to start pulsing that left leg. In 3 and 2, 1. Give me that pulse. Now with the pulse, don't think that it's in your knee. Think that booty is going back and down. Keep those hips squared off. Don't let that right hip start to lift. Taking it back to that full range nice and slow. Again, option for your arms, prayer, or your arms are up. Finish this out strong, you guys. You got this. Nice and slow. Feeling that booty burn. Yes, indeed. Taking that last one as slow as you can, we're going to head into a single leg squat, hopping up on that reformer. Again, 1 spring or no springs. Your left foot is going to come to the very top of that front platform, and your right leg is going to go slightly behind that right hip. Try and avoid having that ankle touch your carriage. You want to be up on that right toe. Now, same thing with that floor lunge. Your knee is going to stay right over your ankle. Your booty goes back and down. It's very common for having that right hip start to lift open, so I really want you to push it forward, square off those hips. Belly button in, tailbone down. Take it nice and slow. On this next one, you're going to hold it at the bottom. Those arms come straight up in front of you. You're going to start bending that right knee in, bending those arms, and straighten both arms and legs simultaneously, you guys. That left leg should not be moving at all. Get even lower, knee over ankle, squeeze that left booty cheek. Just a few more seconds here, you guys, then we're going to take it back to that full range, even slower than before, finishing this move out strong. Always give me that press down right before you lift up. And we're back in that full range. Heading into that final one, you guys, take it as slow as you can. We have an elevator lunge coming up next. Shake it out. I prefer to have at least one spring on this one just because I do not have a pole at home to hold steady, so it just holds me in place a little more. Left foot to the front platform. Your right foot can be, depending how tall you are, how short you are, play around with it on the carriage. Front of the carriage, middle, or back. Try and keep those shoulders over your hips as well here. Feeling that left booty get nice and tight. Those shakes should be sinking in right about now. We're going to be heading into one of my favorite variations in an elevator lunge. So in just a few seconds, we're going to hold it at the bottom. Let's hold it at the bottom here. Those arms are going to go right behind your head as you pull that right knee under your hip. Now we're in those split squats. You take it at least 4 counts down and 4 counts up, keeping a slight bend in those knees at the very top. Now careful that carriage does not move. It should be as still as possible here. Hips are square off to the front. Your weight should be right in the center. You hold it down and twist only to the left here. Using those obliques, squeeze it nice and tight. We're going to finish this move out with another full range. We are almost done with our leg series, you guys. Only one more thing to go. Breathe through that movement. All right, we are finally in our next and last move of our leg series on our left side. We have a inner thigh. You're gonna take off that spring. Careful here because I almost fell. You're not the only one, you guys, but that left knee is gonna come to that front platform. Your right knee is on your carriage. As you open those knees out wide, I want your weight to be right in the center. Squeezing those knees in, but careful not to squeeze your booty here. I want everything to come from those inner thighs. Nice and slow. Your legs should be shaking at this point. Tuck in that tailbone. So hips to ribs, you guys. Tuck that tailbone under, belly button in. We're coming up on a hold all the way open, so open those knees wide. Your arms can go out for a challenge or stay in prayer. Hold it there. And pulse 1 inch in, 1 inch out. Again, try not squeezing those booties. It all comes from your inner thighs right here. You're going to slowly pull those knees together. Careful the carriage does not hit the front platform. We're going to add in just a few squats here. That carriage should not move at all, holding those inner thighs tight. Down and up. We finish with a full range in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's finish it out strong, you guys. Changing our spring load, you guys. We have 1 or 2 springs. I did 1. We have our oblique sweep. So go ahead and grab that right foot strap. Your right foot goes through. Your body is at tabletop. And you're going to just start slowly sweeping that right leg, hovering it down to the side, and then sweeping it right behind you. You can start with both arms down. I really want all of the weight in the right side of your body. As you can see, a challenge is to lift that left arm up or behind your back. Your hips are parallel to the carriage here. All right, and freezing that leg and arm out. You can take this bird dog if you are a little more advanced or just want to challenge yourself today. Knee to elbow here, nice and slow. Because you have that tension, take it slow, otherwise you will risk falling off your carriage. Nobody wants that, you guys. Extra challenge, you guys, you can take that head right in between your arms as you pull that knee in. And back to full range one last time. Finishing this out, you guys, we're going to be heading into our arm series. Again, you can always play around with the spring load. I suggest 2 springs for this one, but completely up to you. You're going to grab both of those foot straps, turn yourself around towards the front of your carriage. Those hands are going to go in your foot straps, and elbows start right by your side, pressing them nice and straight out, stopping them right in front of your shoulders here. Now, a few different options for your skill level. You can stay down on those heels, or you can lift it up on those knees. An extra challenge is adding in a squat. So as those elbows come in, you can squat down to your heels, and as they press up, you lift back up. Take whatever feels good here. You are not married to one of them. It's getting a little spicy. I don't know about you guys, but my arms are very weak. Go ahead and adjust the spring load if it's too easy, too difficult. Figure out what works best for you. We have our chest fly up next. You're going to hold those arms up, open them wide, elbows stop right at those shoulders, and squeeze back in. Think about hugging a beach ball here. Again, if this is too easy for you, you can go ahead and lift up on those knees rather than sitting down on those heels. Oh yes, it's spicy. You will see me take a lot of breaks. Now, just because we are sitting down doesn't mean we get to forget about our core, you guys. You're still tucking that tailbone. Those hips are still into your ribs. Your core is nice and tight here. It's a short arm series, you guys. We only have one more move to go. Pull through, nice and slow, just like our legs. And we're finishing out with a shoulder press. So you're gonna hold those arms out, goalpost those arms. You have a slight hinge in this move. If your body is too upright, it risks you falling back into that well. So slight hinge, arms goal post, your elbows stop right at those shoulders, and slowly press up. Now again, you always have those options to make this more difficult. You can lift up on those knees, stay up on those knees, it adds more tension, or you can add in that squat just like we did earlier. Now whatever we did to one side, we do to the other. So adjust that spring load to whatever you had it on your oblique sweep here. Your left foot this time goes through that foot strap, body at tabletop, and you know what to do. That left leg hovers off to the side, slowly sweep it back. Now all of your weight is going to be in the left side of your body this time. So maybe give yourself a little check trying to lift up that right arm, or just push your body weight into the left arm. If you attempted that bird dog on the other side, I want you guys to try it on this side as well. So in just a few seconds, you're gonna lift that right arm up, left leg sweeps behind, elbow to knee. Again, go super slow. Hold that core nice and tight here. Try and round that spine as much as possible, getting deep into your core and obliques. And one last full range to finish out those obliques, you guys. We made it. We are almost done. All we have left is our right side of our leg series, a little core, and then you guys are done. Finish strong, you guys. All right, adjust that spring load, whatever you guys had last time. If you had one spring, go ahead and keep that one spring load on, or if you had zero, take it off. We have that right floor lunge. Bringing that left foot onto your carriage. Your right foot is on the floor. As you slowly drop down into that lunge, your knee stacks over your ankle, squeezing that right booty this time to pull you up. Remember that that left leg can be straight, or if you have tight hips, you can always give a slight bend in that back leg. Heading into that static hold, you're going to drop it down, hold it as low as you can, bringing those arms all the way up in front of you for your stillness. Press that left hip forward. Maybe try and drop it one more inch. Heading into those pulses, remember that it's not in your knee, it's in that booty, so press it down and back, down, down. Good, and then we're just gonna finish it out with one more full range, you guys. Try and take it even slower than that first round. Let it burn and let it shake. All right, hop up onto that reformer. Your right foot this time is going to be on your front platform. Left foot goes slightly behind that left hip. We have that single leg squat. Pressing that booty down and back, you guys, knee over ankle, just like that floor lunge. Maybe you want to take it even slower here, focusing more on that breath. On this next one, you're going to hold it all the way at the bottom. Hold it there, arms come up. Now bend that left knee in, arms bend back. Remember, that right leg does not move. This is just the left. Squeeze that right booty cheek, maybe sink 1 inch lower. Give me one more, and then we're going to take it back to that full range one more time. You got this. Squeeze that right leg. You can see the shake starting to sink in. When you start feeling the shakes, you want to take it even slower. Really let those muscle fibers work together here. This is where we grow stronger. Try to give me one more, you guys. Always push through. Do that one extra mile. Nice and slow to the top. Amazing. We have that elevator lunge, so I want you to adjust your spring load. If you had one spring on, put it back on. Then hop back up on that reformer. Right leg, front platform, left foot, carriage. Square those hips off. Shoulders over hips and squeeze that right glute to the top. Left heel lifted high. On this next one, you guys, you're going to hold it at the bottom. Arms come up. Bend that left knee in. Hands behind your head. You drop it into those split squats. Left knee drops into that well. All the way up. Remember, 4 counts down, 4 counts up. Don't let that carriage move at all. Your left heel is still lifted high. We are going to hold it down in just a second. Hold it down. We twist that upper body to the right only. Feel those obliques work here. Don't let that carriage move. Maybe sink 1 inch lower. We take it back to full range in 3, in 2, and 1. Pull it up nice and slow. Remember, even slower than before, we only have one more thing of our leg series, you guys. You got this. Finishing it out strong, you guys. We're going to take that spring load off if you did that before and finish with an inner thigh one more time. This time that right knee comes to your front platform, your left knee is on your carriage. Shoulders over those hips and hips into your ribs, you guys. As you open those knees, your body weight stays right in the center. Think of it like the middle splits, you guys. Make it come from those inner thighs, not you squeezing your glutes. On this next one, you're going to hold those knees as far out as you can, maybe even taking those arms out to the side, hold it there, and start pulsing 1 inch in, 1 inch out. Slowly bring those knees in together. Don't let it hit that front platform, and give me those squats. Push that booty back to your heels. And up. That carriage is as still as possible. All we have left of our legs is one more full range, you guys. A little core, and then you are done. Full range. Let's hit it. Finishing out class with some core. I like to do no springs on this. We have a saw. So those elbows are going to come to your front platform. Your knees are going to go on your carriage. Again, depending how tall you are, play around with that knee placement. Really think hips to ribs here. So tuck that tailbone under, protect that lower back. You're going to rock those shoulders behind you and forward, stopping them right above your elbows. Good. I like to add in a little pulse. You can keep going with that full range. We are almost done here. We're going to be finishing class out with just a plank of your choosing. You can do high plank, low plank. You can stay on your knees or rise up to your feet. These are the last few seconds of class, you guys. You can do this. Hold it as still as possible. Maybe you want to add some variations, lifting one leg or the other, or maybe dropping those hips side to side. Let it burn. I know those legs are tired. Your core is tired. Finish strong here, you guys. You got this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, you are done. Deep breaths. Good job, you guys. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you next time. If you have any questions or concerns, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Bye.